Are you going places or left behind because you don't have a travel companion? Listen to how you can travel more independently. Dr. Travel Best will bring you the best answers, tips, and hear mistakes so you can benefit.
Welcome to Dr. Mary Travel Best's Independent Travel Guide. This is for women who are seeking new adventures through travel, maybe at a new stage in life and need self-confidence to get going. Have you written or updated your travel bucket list? I'll help you get there. I'll respond to your travel questions as well as show my mistakes and missteps in travel. I wrote and published the best-selling World's First Guide to Independent Travel. I've been preparing to guide you with your next travel experience since then. Let's make your travel the very best, like Travel Best. The second edition of the guide will be available in several months, so stay tuned for news on that. Our show notes are all available at drmarytravelbest@blogspot.com. In this episode, what can I expect for the 2020 Summer Games in Japan? Is the FAQ. The destination is Santa Barbara, California. And my mistake is heading in the wrong direction. My tip is apply for the Global Entry Pass. So the FAQ is this. I'm going to Japan for the Olympics. What customs should I prepare for there? What games are best to see? I think that track and field are the most exciting summer games. I went to the 1984 games in Los Angeles, and that was special because there was always things to see all through the day. We were able to get tickets to the final on the day of. So for Tokyo, you should plan in advance and see my show notes for lots of tips on this. This is Japan's fourth Olympics, 1964 Tokyo, plus 2 winter games, Sapporo 1972, and I visited there in 2015. And also they had Winter Olympics at Nagano in 1998. They have been building islands for all these games for many years. There's 33 sports, 339 events, and some new events include karate, skateboarding, sports climbing, and surfing. The Japanese are more advanced than in the US with mobile devices, so be prepared to use your mobile phone to find out what's going on there. Many of them speak English, so you have that comfort with you. And if you want to get information on the ticket lottery, residents have to apply by May 28, 2020. So today's independent destination is Santa Barbara, California. Now the population is 89,000, but if you count school at UCSB, that's another 30,000 residents. Overall, it's a beautiful city, very bike and eco-friendly. I stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn in Goleta. And I also eat at the Breakwater Breakfast Cafe. I go there often. The pier downtown is called Stearns Wharf. And there's a fun taxi on the water you can take for a small fee. It's called the Harbor Ferry. You can get ice cream, go fishing, go swimming. There's a lot to do. There's a long-board holiday buffet with champagne. And you can look across and see the Channel Islands Park. That's Santa Cruz, right across the harbor. Now you can park your RV on the ocean. You will see some offshore oil drilling, and it is the most beautiful coastal drive. In recent years, however, there have been a lot in the terms of fires and floods in Santa Barbara. My favorite site is the Mission, so go visit that if you can. And my favorite restaurant is way up in the hills, San Ysidro Ranch. That's where I had a great meal on my honeymoon many years ago. The Kennedys were known to visit there in the 60s. There's some rural area nearby. There's Oxnard, and there's also Solvang and Los Olivos, and some nice wineries. So if you're arriving in Santa Barbara from Southern California, consider the train as a good way to arrive relaxed and ready for some fun. Now for today's mistake. Heading in the wrong direction in a tent. That's right, I was trying to sleep. Many of you may be used to camp. Have you ever felt your head being pulled down and you're almost asleep and you're too tired to change directions? That was a big mistake. So always set up your tent in a flat area. If you must, elevate your head put it at the other end than what I did. And today's travel advice is to get the Global Entry Pass. It's called a KT, or Known Traveler Number. There's also a redress number, and it's good for 5 years. You can even add your car to that. It's $42, however, to change the vehicle. I got this. It expires on my birthday in 5 years. Now, it's not going to help you with upgrading your plane ticket, and you will lose the privilege if you get a DUI or a felony, if you have drugs, if you don't claim the items you bring in and out of the US. But it does save you a lot of time. So if you drive across the border, remember everyone in the car needs to have their own Global Entry Pass. Let's say you're going through the border at Tijuana. If only you had the pass, the passengers would have to walk across and maybe meet you at the McDonald's restaurant on the other side. So this pass is also not currently available to New York residents. So thanks for sharing this edition of the world's first guide to independent travel. Share it with your girlfriends, please. So if you want to know more, just look up Dr. Mary Travel Best. Helping women travel best is my goal. Please send me your travel questions so I can help you and help others also. What's on your bucket list?
What's on your travel bucket list? Tell the doctor and her team of women who travel the world seeking the very best. Dr. Travel Best, that is.